Two people on the same highway right now. One in a $22,000 Volkswagen Jetta. The other just paid $3 million for a Bugatti Chiron. Same parent company. Same corporate headquarters in Wolfsburg, Germany. Most people have absolutely no idea. But what makes Volkswagen's story different from every other car brand is this. It was not built by an entrepreneur chasing profit. It was built by a dictator who wanted to give poor people cars. And how that idea became the largest automotive empire on Earth is one of the strangest stories in business history. Let's get into it. Adolf Hitler comes to power in Germany. Most German families cannot afford a car. Car ownership in Germany at that time was one vehicle per 50 people. In America, it was one per 5. Hitler sees this as a national embarrassment and does something no world leader had ever done. He personally commissions an automobile for ordinary working families. He calls it the Volkswagen. Translated from German, it means the people's car. He hires Ferdinand Porsche, yes, the same man who later founded the Porsche brand, and gives him one instruction. Build a car that carries a family of 5, cruises at 60 miles per hour, and costs less than a motorcycle. Hitler personally sketches the shape. Rounded, Beetle-like, aerodynamic. Porsche turns that sketch into a real car. The financing plan is remarkable. Every German worker saves 5 Reichsmarks per week through a government stamp booklet. Fill the booklet, get your car. Over 336,000 families signed up and paid faithfully. Not a single car was ever delivered. World War II broke out, and the factory switched to military production. Those families never got their cars and never got their money back. After the war, the bombed factory in Wolfsburg was offered to every major automaker in the world. Ford turned it down flat. Called it worthless. Every manufacturer said the same thing, walk away. One man disagreed. Major Ivan Hurst, a British Army officer, looked at the same ruins every expert had rejected and got the production lines running again almost by himself. Without Ivan Hurst, there is no Volkswagen. Without Volkswagen, there is no Audi, no Porsche, no Lamborghini, no Bugatti. An entire empire that today sells over 9 million vehicles per year traces back to one man who refused to walk away from rubble that Ford did not want. Now let's go through all 7 levels of what that empire became. Level 1. Volkswagen Polo, starting price $22,000, the purest expression of the original idea, a car for the people. No drama, no luxury pretension, no performance claims. Just honest, reliable, affordable transportation that works every single morning without asking anything from the person driving it. The Polo has been in production since 1975 and is the car most of Europe learns to drive in. It is so common it becomes invisible. That is exactly the point. Level 2. Volkswagen Golf and Jetta. Starting price $25,000 to $32,000. In 1976, Volkswagen did something nobody asked for. They took the ordinary Golf hatchback, dropped in a performance engine, tuned the suspension, and created the Golf GTI. It invented the hot hatch segment. Every affordable performance hatchback you can buy today, the Honda Civic Type R, the Hyundai Elantra N, the Ford Focus ST, exists because VW engineers decided to make the people's car fast just to see if they could. The GTI still starts around $32,000, and car journalists who drive Ferraris on weekdays consistently say it is one of the best cars to actually drive at any price. The Jetta is the Golf in a suit. Same platform, same engine, with a trunk added for American buyers who wanted the experience in a more traditional shape. Level 3. Volkswagen Tiguan and Atlas. Starting price $33,000 to $40,000. America wants SUVs. VW understood this later than Toyota and Honda, but moved with intention when they did. The Tiguan competes with the RAV4 and CR-V and wins on driving feel. It steers with more precision and feels more European than most competitors. The Atlas gives American families 3 rows, 7 seats, and enough space for the whole family, plus the dog, plus the groceries. VW's reliability record in America is not perfect, but for the buyer who cares how a car drives, both of these make a real case. Level 4, Audi. Starting price $45,000 to $65,000. Here is where VW's secret empire shows itself. Audi has been owned by Volkswagen since 1965. Most Audi buyers have no idea they are buying a Volkswagen Group product. The Audi A4 and the Volkswagen Passat share the same platform, the same engineering foundation, many of the same engines. The Audi costs significantly more. And what you are paying for is real. Better materials, more technology, stronger prestige. But the bones underneath are Volkswagen bones. This is the genius of the VW Group strategy. Build great engineering once. Sell it at 5 different price points, under 5 different brand names, to 5 completely different buyers. Vorsprung durch Technik. Progress through technology. One of the most effective brand promises in automotive history, built on a Volkswagen foundation. Level 5. Porsche. Starting price $70,000 to $250,000. Ferdinand Porsche designed the original Volkswagen Beetle in 1937 and founded the Porsche brand in 1931. Both companies trace back to the same man and the same engineering philosophy. The Beetle and the 911 are cousins. Most people do not know that. Volkswagen Group took control of Porsche in 2012 after one of the most dramatic corporate battles in business history. Porsche tried to take over Volkswagen, ran out of money, and ended up being absorbed by the company it tried to buy. Today, the 911 Turbo Ips starts around $230,000, does 0 to 60 in 2.6 seconds, and represents over 60 years of continuous refinement on a single model line. It is one of the most developed driving machines ever built, and it belongs to the same group that makes the $22,000 Polo. Level 6. Lamborghini. Starting price $250,000 to $500,000. This one starts with an insult. In the early 1960s, Italian tractor manufacturer Ferruccio Lamborghini owned a Ferrari with a faulty clutch, he told Enzo Ferrari. Ferrari reportedly told him a tractor maker had no business telling a sports car builder how to make his cars. Ferruccio went home, hired away Ferrari's best engineers, and built a car to embarrass him. That wounded pride launched one of the greatest rivalries in automotive history and gave the world the Lamborghini brand. Volkswagen acquired Lamborghini in 1998 and brought German engineering discipline to Italian passion. The result was the Gallardo, the Huracan, and the Urus, a Lamborghini SUV that became the brand's best-selling vehicle ever. The current V12 flagship starts around $500,000. These machines exist outside the logic of normal transportation. They are rolling statements, and they belong to the same company that builds the Polo. Level 7. Bugatti. Starting price $3 million to $18 million. This is the absolute ceiling of what is possible. The Bugatti Chiron runs a quad-turbocharged W16 engine, 16 cylinders, 4 turbochargers, 15,500 horsepower. A Toyota Camry has around 200 horsepower. The Chiron has more than 7 times that. Its top speed is electronically limited to 261 miles per hour because at full power the tires cannot safely contain the forces involved. In 2019, a specially prepared Bugatti became the first production-based car to break 300 miles per hour. The driver needed a custom pressure suit because at that speed, aerodynamic forces on a human body become medically dangerous. Special editions have sold for $5 million, $9 million. The Bugatti La Voiture Noire, a one-off commission, sold for $18.7 million. The most expensive new car ever sold at the time. Volkswagen almost certainly loses money on every Bugatti they build. This is not a profit center. It is a statement, a proof of what is possible when the world's largest car group decides to build something with no limits. And here is the thread that connects all 7 levels. Hitler commissioned a car in 1937 that was supposed to cost less than a motorcycle. That idea, bombed, abandoned, rejected by every expert in the world, was saved by one British Army officer who believed in it anyway. The company that grew from those ruins now makes a car that costs $18.7 million. The people's car became the world's most expensive car. The brand built for workers now builds machines for billionaires, and both of those things share the same name, the same headquarters, and the same origin story. Most car companies make cars. Volkswagen accidentally built an empire. Subscribe to Car Blueprint. Every video goes deeper than the brochure. See you in the next one.